Hello everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to give you a bunch of free and low-cost ideas of things to do during your low buy or no buy year, or if you're just on a budget and looking for free or cheap things to do. This has been a highly requested video from my little community, and I'm so excited that I'm finally making this video. I've been trying to put together a list and I feel like it's pretty good, so let's just get right into it. So the first thing is to look up free activities in your neighborhood or your city or somewhere nearby. There are websites like Eventbrite, and you could probably find some places on Facebook as well, and there's probably like a million other ways to find out things that are going on like locally to you, but definitely just like look into that because there's probably like way more free events going on than you think. There's like fairs going on all the time, food markets, other kinds of events, so definitely check that out. Another suggestion is to look up free amenities in your city or neighborhood or a nearby city. I know that for me in New York, because I'm a New York resident, I can get into a lot of places for free, or if I have a library card, I can get into a lot of places for free, or they have like certain deals on certain days. Like I know a couple of museums are pay what you can on Friday, and people just pay like 1 cent or something to get into like the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and then there's the Natural History Museum, which I think is also like pay what you want, suggested donations if you're a New York resident or tri-state area resident or something. So I would highly suggest looking into the kinds of deals that your local museums or botanical gardens or zoos or library system things will offer you, because also your library is probably hosting some free events as well that are book related, so we love that. Another thing to do during your no buy or low buy year, asking a friend or a family member for hobby supplies or things that they're not using anymore. The one warning that I will say with this is that you risk getting addicted to that thing and wanting to spend money on it, but the trick is to try and stay thrifty. As you can tell, the weather is warming up, so the ice cream man is in town. I forgot about that challenge, filming in New York during the spring and summer. Anyways, you can ask for old crochet supplies, knitting needles, puzzles, old video games or consoles, plant cuttings, that kind of thing, to kind of just like get you started into a hobby and then see if you like it. Even spending like $50 getting all the supplies for something and realizing that you don't like it, that sucks, and I've done that before. I have a brand new pair of roller skates that I literally used one time, and I spent like $140 on them, and they're just collecting dust underneath my bed. I've been trying to sell them for like a year now. Yeah, don't recommend. The best thing to do is to try it out via borrowing it or getting it, acquiring it from someone else hand-me-down, and then seeing if it's something that you actually want to pursue. And then if that's the case, either create a budget for it or see if you can continue to source these materials secondhand or via borrowing or asking or getting hand-me-downs of them. Another thing that you could do is bird watching. I'm not a huge birder, that's what they're called, right? But I know that they have a lot of different like Audubon societies in many different places. They definitely even have one in New York where people do birding in Central Park. So that is definitely a super cool free thing that you can do if you enjoy walking in nature. But also I have something really exciting to share as well that will also save you money, which is Mint Mobile. Y'all know that I am super picky when it comes to promoting things on this channel because I am not the kind of person that is just gonna be like selling you guys stuff that I don't believe in or things that I don't already use and really love. One thing I know we're all paying for during our no buy year is likely a cell phone bill, and that's something that I don't know, it's just you gotta kind of live with it. But I just found out that Mint Mobile is actually built into the biggest 5G network in the US. Basically the reason why their prices are so good is like mostly because they've cut out the middleman, so there's not any like stores or sales people or anything, and they are always running deals. And right now they're having a promo where you can get unlimited service for $15. I think you have to pay $45 like all at once up front, but it lasts for 3 months and it's literally unlimited data. And you're probably wondering, like, you know, it sounds too good to be true, because honestly that was what I was thinking when I first like heard about Mint Mobile, but real people from my Discord community have had a good experience with Mint Mobile. So it is honestly so insanely easy to switch. I signed up, I got my eSIM, I added a new number, and literally it took less than 10 minutes. The entire process, start to finish, took less than 10 minutes. It was like, okay, and you're good, thanks. And I was like, great, that's awesome. So if you've been thinking about it for a little while, I honestly highly suggest trying out Mint Mobile. And if you do, then please use my link. It is mintmobile.com/GraceNevitt. I will also put it in the description so you can just click on it really easily. It really helps out my channel and me being able to continue to provide fun content for you guys. Wonderful partners like Mint Mobile really help me out a lot and make sure that that can happen. And like I said, right now there is a deal going on where it's literally $15 a month when you purchase a little bundle of 3 months. So I just want to say a huge thank you to Mint Mobile for being a new partner on this channel, and I'm so excited for you guys to save money and have all the deals. So speaking of saving money, another fun thing to do is like creating your own whatever. For example, you can create your own board game where you can literally just use an old cardboard box and paper and markers that you likely already have. Paint even would be nice if you have that too. You could just like create your own board game, and then kind of hopping off of that idea, another idea would be a board game night or even a video game night. Ray and I have hosted a couple of video game nights here before, and it's super fun. Like literally the cost is so low because we just buy a couple of snacks for everyone, and then if it's going on like late enough into the night, we all just kind of go out and each buy our own dinners. And it's so much fun because we're all just kind of like hanging out, having a good time, and we spend so little money, and it's genuinely such a good time. Another thing you can do is like a crochet party or a knitting party or something, or just like doing all of these things by yourself. Obviously like video games, playing board games, crocheting, knitting, whatever. Obviously all of these are like potentially solitary tasks, but if you wanted things to do like with friends, just kind of like turn it into a little party, and it's honestly so cute and fun. And like just buying a couple of little snacks for it is super easy if you want to do that, or you can just turn it into a potluck and then you're not spending like any money at all. Another idea of cute little free things to do is joining a book club. I know that there's an app called Fable where you can just join a book club for free. Obviously you'll have to like source the books, but you can likely do that from your library. Me and my best friend are doing a besties book club this year, and we kind of just like chose books at the beginning of the year so that we knew we could get our hands on them via our libraries or free little libraries or whatever. And it's literally free entertainment, free bonding, free fun, great time. Who doesn't love talking about books and reading them? Kind of on that note as well, doing like a cute little free little library hunting thing. I don't know if this is a thing in other countries besides the US, but we have free little libraries here. There's actually literally an app for it that like kind of helps you locate them, and you can kind of just like go free little library hunting and get a bunch of new books if that's something that you wanted to do and you weren't kind of on the minimalism side of doing a no buy or low buy. Another free thing that you can do with other people that's very wonderful and helpful to the environment is doing like a little beach cleanup or neighborhood cleanup. Getting a trash bag and maybe some gloves or something and just picking up trash at a local beach or on the streets or whatever in your neighborhood. And it's a way to hang out, do something good for the environment, chat with your friends. And another one is obviously just kind of like going on a walk or a run, or going to those parks that have like the little free gym circuits in them. Just enjoying nature, going on a hike, whatever. Also geocaching. I haven't done this in a super long time, but I honestly barely remember what geocaching is, but like to my knowledge, it's essentially just doing little, I don't want to say missions, but you're kind of like searching for like a little item, and then once you're there, I think you can like sign your name on it or like tag it or sign in somewhere. It's probably like more technological technologically advanced than when I last did it like 10 or 15 years ago, but that's another thing that you can do. Then also, if you have like a car, you could just go on a drive and listen to a podcast or a playlist or something. You could do this alone or with other people. When in doubt, going out in nature is always a good idea. Essentially, like just going out and doing something in the wide world, or again, just kind of staying at home, doing your own little thing, but with other people. It's really cute and fun, and you don't have to spend money to do all these fun little cute things with your friends. So those are all the things that are essentially completely free, but the rest are things that are essentially kind of just like the cost of groceries, which I'm assuming we all have a budget for groceries because we are human beings and we need to eat to live. One idea is to try gardening. There's a way that you could do this for free. Actually, if you have like a local community garden in your neighborhood, I actually do have one, so I can garden for free. I think the only cost that I had to pay for was like gardening gloves, because they were like, you gotta bring your own. So that was pretty much it. If you don't have a local garden and you just have like a little piece of land outside, the only thing you would really have to pay for is like maybe wood, but you could probably find that for free somewhere, and then just good quality soil and seeds. So the startup cost is pretty low, and then at the end you'll get vegetables from it. So like honestly, it's March, now's the time if you live in the northern hemisphere to get those little seedlings in the ground very soon. Like I said, for the small cost of groceries, you could have a video game night, a board game night, a picnic, hiking, walking, jogging with friends, beach, lake, river day, all of these things just for the cost of like a few little snacks, pretty much, or a potluck if you want to be extra thrifty about it. Another thing that is essentially just the cost of groceries is baking together with your friends, making bread for the first time, or baking a cake or some cookies or something. Trying a new recipe is super fun. My boyfriend and I sometimes make ravioli from scratch, and it doesn't cost any extra money. It just takes some more extra time, but it's like really fun to kind of just hang out, bond, whatever. And then another idea, which I got from the server, which is honestly like my favorite one, it's the last one on this list, is like a themed night. So this could be like a movie night or just like a themed party kind of thing, where one of the ideas is like an Italian night where it's like Italian food and Italian music, and like maybe you put on like an Italian movie too, or Lord of the Rings night where you have Lord of the Rings playing on in the background, or you have like hobbity music going on and there's like a little cute potluck and you have like cider or stuff like that, and like everyone dresses up in their cute little hobbity outfits. Oh, I want to do this so bad. Anyways, having like a cute little themed party, it could literally be anything that you think of. So this could also kind of go along with any of the other ideas of game nights, board games, stitching, whatever, because you can always like do an activity at these things as well. There's like a billion ideas of cheap or free activities that you can do as like a group. I think right now it's kind of popular to do candle painting, which is where you just go to a thrift store, buy a bunch of big white candles and then a bunch of tiny little colorful candles, and you melt the candle wax and like use the candle wax from the colorful candles to paint on the bigger candles. You can literally do so many things. There's so many crafts, there's so many activities, blah 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 blah, that you could do at said parties at your home with a potluck or some snacks, and it is super low cost and still a banging good time, and you don't have to give restaurants or bars all of your hard-earned money. So anyways, that's the list of things, and I'm super excited because spring is right around the corner. Spring is springing today. The fact that there are ice cream trucks out really means that spring is springing in New York. So I'm really happy for us northern hemispherers that we are getting spring finally. That's all for the video. Hopefully these ideas were helpful or useful to you and you got a couple of new ones that you hadn't thought of before, or this is kind of just like a lumped together list so that you don't have to just be flown far and wide looking for things to do. I feel like it was pretty comprehensive. There's something here for everyone. So I will see you in the next one. Till then, I'm sending you all my love because we are just trying our best out here. See you later.